Welcome back live here on KM Activities, the YouTube channel home for the Casa Manorville Comets. I am Joel McCall off camera, thankfully. And on camera is Jackson Kennedy. He is a Casa Manorville junior. He is a football player. I'm sure he probably play other sports. I don't know. I didn't ask you that prior to this. But first of all, Jackson, thank you very much for the interview. Do appreciate it.
No problem.
Well, the reason why we have you in here is, one, this is kind of a weekly thing. We're going to start talking to student athletes of cross-country, football, soccer, and volleyball. And we already had a volleyball player on last week with Emily Terry. So now I get to talk football. Today, we're also going to have girls soccer. Gwen Dole is going to come in here after you're done. So we're going to be live for a couple things. And we also want to thank KM Telecom for being our major sponsor, and they help out with this broadcast right here. Jackson, you had a very nasty knee injury last year, and in fact, if I remember correctly, did it happen in week 1? Was it right away last year, or did you get to play?
It happened week 3 against Byron.
Okay,
Yep.
So week 3, take me back to that. I wasn't here at that time. Tell me about what ended up happening to you at week 3 last year.
It was about a minute before halftime. We were playing Byron, and the running back was running outside. I was playing middle linebacker, my spot. And the running back was running outside, and he went to cut back in, and I got hit from behind. Just a little nudge, but it was enough to make my top of my knee slide over the bottom of my knee, causing me to tear my medial meniscus, my ACL, and my meniscus in the back on a root tear.
Okay, and then what ended up happening? How much surgery? What was your recovery time?
Well, right after it happened, I was like, this is not feeling right. I've never had this pain, but I was like, 2-3 plays. If it doesn't wear off, we should go. I might be hurting. But as I was laying there, pain wasn't going away at all, and I was screaming pretty good. My knee popped, and I've had older sisters that had knee problem stuff, so I'm laying there. Trainers come running over. Coach Trine's like, what do you need? I was like, just get my helmet off me. And once I got up to my feet, it just felt like almost all the pain went away. I jogged off the field. There's a little bit of pain, but I was like, this is good. I jogged by my teammates. I'm like, I'm coming back in. I'll be back. I'll be right back out. Don't worry. And I went to take my step to slow down. I got the sidelines, and my knee buckled again, and I knew I'm not going back in. As I'm on the sidelines, I'm laying on the ground. There happened to be a surgeon there from Mayo that just was helping out our trainer, and he's feeling my knee, and I see him looking at our trainer like, this isn't good, and I'm like, all right. So I was kind of right there thinking, this is going to be a lot different than I thought it was going to be. I'm not going to be going back in a couple plays. Then my mom contacted a surgeon she knows through work, and he just said, just go get an MRI done right away, because if you hear the pop and all that, it's probably going to be something bad. I had an MRI done about a week and a half later, and I got the news the next morning at school that I tore my ACL and meniscus, and right then and there I was like, not what I wanted, but first things first, this is where I got started on my road back. I went and told Coach right after that. He told me, like, all right, get started. Then October 1st, I had surgery, and I had surgery up in Egan at the TCO. My surgeon was, can't think of it right off the top of my head, but it was at the Vikings Training Center, and he did an awesome job. Couldn't be more thankful than it was just awesome. Then if you had surgery up there, you had to do therapy up there. So being that, I went to their therapist right across the road. It's called the Vikings Training House, and my trainer, Brady, hands down to him, he's been the best I could ever ask for. He's been there a lot of early mornings with me, just helped me get through there, knowing that I want to get back for football. And I always kept thinking, you know what, I'll be cleared probably hopefully late May. I'll be cleared then. And kept going this summer. He's like, just one more month. I'm like, all right, one more month. And kept going, and he's like, and before I knew it, I had a game next week, and he's like, all right, I want you to take limited reps. And I was like, all right, well, what do you think? He's like, 3-4 drives. I'm like, ooh, I don't really want to do that. Probably should have done that, but limited reps. I only played one way of the ball. I'm kind of used to playing both ways. But we had a great running back, Cade Sprider. He took all the reps at offense. It was awesome, did a good job. I stayed right on defense with the defensive guys, and it's a tough game, but we'll be back next week.
Now, so you technically weren't fully cleared last week then, that's what it sounds like, but you were able to perform. Now, when you got on the gridiron and you're like ready for that first snap, did you have 100% trust in that knee?
Yeah, I had 100% trust. My trainer straight out told me, like, you'll technically never be cleared because you hurt your knee when you were 100%. Now you have a reconstruction, everything there. Not going to say the possibility's higher, but it's always there. Could happen. I was like, all right. One thing he told me is just play confident and play 100%, and that's the way I like to play football, so I'm like, I'm going to do what he says. First snap, I was probably like so much energy I didn't know what to do with myself. Like, I think the first play I overran it, and the running back ended up cutting back inside, and I knew, like, I got to slow down, I got to break down. So right there I was like, I got too much energy. I got to focus in a little harder because I just wanted to go. I was so tensed up.
Well, I can imagine that too. There's a lot of pent up rage going
Yeah.
on right before you want to get out there and for that first snap. All right, so now after the week, and then you got to play, and now we're on Wednesday and getting ready for John Marshall. How has it felt? Just over the weekend.
It's felt awesome. Like, after the game, the whole team's kind of bummed we lost, but to myself, I was thinking, this is kind of a win for me. I'm still healthy. When you can walk off the field and the game's all said and done, everyone's healthy around you, that's a great day. So, yeah, it was a bittersweet moment for me right then and there. I was like, yeah, we lost opener game, but, I'm healthy. I'll take it.
Yeah, and you sat behind me on the bus. Actually,
Yep.
I got to talk to you for a little bit on the bus. All right, so I got to know about the whole family. This Jackson 6 that you have going on here, it's been a tradition, it sounds like, at Casa Manorville. Tell me a little bit about your siblings.
Well, in 2009, we moved from Casa Manorville. We moved from Pine Island to Casa Manorville. We just wanted to change districts, so when we moved here, I was first grader. I had a brother who's older than me, second grader. I had 3 older sisters at the time. They had been 4th grade, 7th, and 8th grade, and I got a younger brother, Joey. Right away, my sister Corey and Tony, they were very good. They were very good at sports. Corey's really good. Corey's basketball, softball, volleyball, good 3-sport athlete. Older sister Tony, good at volleyball and basketball, lots of things. Caitlin, all the same 3 sports. With girls, some sports went away, so some stuck together, some kept playing all of them. With Patrick, we started playing all 3 sports: football, wrestling, and baseball. Baseball kind of I shouldn't say wore out on us, but for us too, it really wasn't a thing. There wasn't like enough physical. I felt for me, it was more just standing around. I was like, I'd rather be baling hay. I was 4th grade, hanging out with Grandpa. That was what I wanted to do. So I just told Mom, Dad, I don't want to do baseball anymore. And my dad and Mom kind of looked at me like, well, you started the season, but I ended up talking into it like, I don't want to do baseball anymore. Just he'll go hang out with Grandpa. Patrick was kind of the same way. He just didn't want to do baseball. He'd probably rather wrestle, work out, just that.
Sure.
Then Joey, he still plays baseball. He just kind of living life right now. Then Patrick in 7th grade, he had a good 7th grade season for a football player, just 7th grade football, and went and did wrestling, and he's having a lot of neck problems in wrestling and stuff like that, and we couldn't figure it out, and he went to the doctor and stuff like that, and he had a disease. They diagnosed right away. I don't remember off the top of my head. Went back a couple weeks later, and it got re-diagnosed. I'm pretty sure what it is now, but it was more or less he was having a lot of spine problems with him, and it wasn't like football was helping him any. And he was just coming off a really high wrestling season, played 6th at state, 7th grade. So he's pretty bummed there in the doctors, and he kept coming back, working all summer, working on his neck muscles and this and that. Then he ended up making the decision football's out of the question anymore because he was stuck so stalled on wrestling. He just wanted to do it. So he came back slow, and he finally got back to 100%. And I'd say more or less, I shouldn't say, Patrick has a little disease. Joey and I, we all have neck problems. Playing positions that we do probably doesn't help, but we like to play hard. And playing hard, it's hard on your body, so it's going to be what it'll be like. This morning I just had a checkup chiropractor appointment coming off the game, and everything went good, so hopefully that's where I can stay at all season.
Yeah, good. Yeah, that's always a plus. And so are you a wrestler as
Yep.
well? So you are. Okay, all right, sounds good. I'm looking forward to that season as well. We're in football. All right, I'm going to have a little fun with you. So how about we do some favorites?
Yep.
Favorite food?
Favorite food? Ooh, it's probably either be chicken Alfredo or some good deer steak fried in the morning and lots of butter. Nothing can beat that.
That doesn't sound like a game day meal, though. Well, the pasta is, I guess. How about right before a game? Do you eat anything?
Game day, I always like to go out a little hungry.
Yeah.
You just get that itch. You're just a little hungry, and you may be crazy, but if you're a little hungry for something, you might as well just go tackle hard or something like that.
That's true. All right. Favorite color?
Favorite color? Let's just go black. Keep it simple, I guess.
All right. Favorite drink of choice?
Favorite drink of choice? Definitely has got to be the 99-cent Arnold Palmer's at Casey's. You get a lot of it for cheap.
That's a good one. I like that one. All right. Favorite hobby outside of sports?
Favorite hobbies got to be hanging out with the guys in the shop at late night, just trying to work on something. Think we're smart doing it all. We're far from.
All right, and then let's see what else I got. Favorite football team then.
Favorite football team? I really don't watch a lot of football, which a lot of people are shocked by because I play a lot of football, but I don't know. I just don't like watching. I think there's too much politics in it, but that's just me.
Favorite pro team in any sport? Do you follow anybody or college?
No, I'd
Not really?
more or less be favorite athlete.
Yeah, there you go.
Favorite athlete, I probably got a couple. One would definitely be Lawrence Taylor from the New York Giants. I like the way he played with physicality. He just wanted to go out there and basically just get after it. But overall, probably favorite athlete, like most probably look up to, is probably Bo Jackson.
Well, not. Oh my God! So you are like now one of my favorite kids of all time. Bo Jackson got me as a Raider fan when I was younger, and I still have both jerseys, a Royals and a Raiders jersey of Bo Jackson. So, yeah, and LT was one of the best football players, period, ever to play the sport. And then favorite coach. Do you have a favorite coach of all time?
Favorite coach is probably Bill Parcells from the New York Giants, same time period as Lawrence Taylor.
Okay.
You watch little coaching clips on it. I like a coach that's more or less, they like to yell, they like to get after it. They don't sugarcoat anything. If you screw up on a play, they're going to tell you screwed up. That's how, like, Grant, you only see videos of it, but you see him calling out people like Lawrence Taylor, all-time great. He's not afraid to call out anyone. That's what I like about a coach, just right there in your face, ready to get after it.
Favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Ooh, that's a tough one. I got a couple. Funniest probably got to be The Hangover. Probably most one I would probably look up to is probably The Miracle of the hockey.
Okay, yeah, that's my favorite sport movie as well. So yeah, you're definitely out there for pretty much. We're hitting on all the right cylinders here, Jackson. All right, so what's the goal then overall for this season and your future then? I mean, I'm going to be talking to you, I'm sure, again next year and all that good stuff too. But what do you hold for your future?
For my future, first of all, always I want to stay healthy. That's number one goal. Like right now, before games, I'm doing an extra 15-minute warm-up on my own, basically just get my knee good and warm. Going the extra steps, the devil's in the details. Wrestling, I clearly want to make it state, want to place high, hopefully win it too. In future, I always want to have the itch to work hard. I always just want to have that pounding and grinding to always work hard and do my best. That's always going to be my future goal.
Well, I'm just glad that you've rehabbed well. You got that knee all situated and back out on the football field. Looking forward to seeing you again on Friday night, Jackson.
All righty. Sounds good.
All right, that's Jackson Kennedy, then junior for the Casimireville Comets, football player, a wrestler, as you heard him, and then we will have his game coming up on Friday night right here on KM Activities, and we will have another player interview coming up hopefully within about the next 10 to 15 minutes. Jackson, again, thank you very much. I'm Joel McCall.